Guys, thanks for joining us. So we're here tonight doing a little test with the new Mizuno driver, the latest Mizuno driver, the ST180.
Yep.
Something we've had requested on the channel by a ton of you guys as we've been doing requests on other heads. Obviously the big brands that we carry here at TXG, the Pings, TaylorMade, Callaways, Cobras, PXG. Mizuno doesn't often get mentioned in those conversations.
Agreed.
But we have had a lot of requests to test it. There's you know, obviously
ton of requests.
Tons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's significant enough for us to go out our way to go request it
100%.
when we don't carry that head within in the store. So Mizuno were super kind and sent us the head really quickly. Chris Caldwell, our rep, is an awesome guy, and we do well with their irons, but we haven't really dabbled too much yet in the woods. So we thought we'd do a little test. We've heard great things about the ST180, the GT180, guys. Some of you know is the more adjustable one. That's the one with the three weights in the bottom where you can move loft and lie angle independently.
This one is just a loft sleeve.
Correct. Think of it like M3, M4.
Right.
This is the M4 version. This is the speed model. That's the one that's designed for all-out speed. Weight savings just to kind of make the head as sort of fast as possible.
Would that be a heavy weight in the back?
Yeah, I mean that's an adjustable weight, almost like the Ping in a sense. You know, where it has the weight in the back, same sort of idea. So the rear weighting. I mean, if you want weight in a driver, you want it low and back. Yeah. That's how you increase MOI. That's how you
quite a low profile back here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, getting into design features, you know, the slope away from the top of the crown is a real aerodynamic feature. TaylorMade for years talked about dual crown and the way that they would kind of get the head to slope down, being a way of reducing drag on the driver and get it to be more aerodynamic. So Mizuno's claim with the ST180 when they made it, they were trying to make a driver that would be competitive in a pretty busy market space, weren't they? So the wave technology in the bottom, what they're trying to get with that is they're trying to get the head to contract and actually create speed.
That's this here?
Yeah, exactly. So the idea being that on impact, we'll actually get the face to sort of compress a little bit and sort of produce more energy back out into the golf ball. Ball speed, basically. Okay.
Kind of like the Titleist recoil thing and Hammerhead
like
and all
ARC,
these others.
yeah, exactly, from Titleist active recoil channel. And kind of, you know, everyone's chasing that same kind sort of idea. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, probably going back to Adams when they had that technology in the bottom of their woods. TaylorMade them with RBZ and the fairway wood, that sort of stuff. Right. So we wanted to put it to the test and see how it hung with Matt's Gamer.
This guy here.
So we put it next to the Ping G400, which has been our best seller in the store this year. You see, it's such a good all-round performer. Yep. You use the LST.
LST
so
for me,
we've talked a bit about that recently, about you needing a little bit of an open face. That just helps your start line be down the left side, so when you get your little draw back, it finishes on target.
Yeah, it's been great for that. Really good.
Yeah, definitely. You've driven it significantly better, haven't you?
Like night and day better.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I've been working on my swing too, but it kind of complemented that really nicely. So I've been happy with it. And you
found a little bit of a bond with the TPT 15 series shaft as well, the LKP LT. Yep. We tried obviously that shaft in both.
Yeah, same shaft in both.
Same shaft in both. So we tried Matt's Gamer first. Status quo.
No surprises
No
there?
surprise. We saw what we saw. You know, good launch, 11.1, 2300 spin, 170 ball speed. Carried at 296 out to 321. Lovely. Yeah. Nice little draws, finishing on target. Over to the Mizuno. Why don't you give us your sort of on your side of the fence what it felt like, what it looked like?
So the look is obviously going to be polarizing. You're either going to like it or you're going to hate it.
That's a good way to put it.
There's probably nothing in between. It looks pretty strikingly bright blue. Yeah. You're either going to love it or you hate it. So I don't personally love it, but the driver as we'll see, performance quite well, so you could easily get over it. It's not like you should say, I won't play it.
Sure.
They've definitely gone bold. They haven't...
Mizuno staff colours, blue and white, that's their that's how you'll see Mizuno present themselves in multiple sports. That's their staff colours.
So, I mean, it's different from a look perspective. Feel-wise, I guess a pretty firm feeling driver face, I thought. Bit of a hard feel off the face.
I think one of the things, and feel is such an interesting subject to debate because feel and acoustics are so tied.
You've said this before to me, yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that it was so high pitched, and guys, you'll probably pick up from the audio of the video.
Yeah, we'll include one. It's very loud.
It's loud.
Yeah, high and very kind of high pitched loud.
Exactly. So I think when you hear those acoustics like that, you tend to get the feel that there's a firmer feel going on, as opposed to obviously G400 with Dragonfly technology, the walls are a little bit thinner, plus it was acoustically engineered.
Gotcha.
So Ping specifically sat people in rooms with headphones on and engineered the sound of the driver to sound a certain way. So they went, okay, we're going to play you this sound. Bing, we're going to play this sound, bonk. And then they would literally go, okay, I like that, don't like that. So they acoustically engineered the driver. So that's why I think there's such a great sound from Ping, because they paid attention to that detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't love the sound of it, wasn't it?
I didn't love the sound of it, but I mean, again, I think I'm shortcutting a bit. It performed well, so I think you could get over it.
Sure.
Definitely different.
Yeah.
It looks quite a bit different, obviously.
We're not talking different. Nike Sasquatch.
No, it's not like terrible, offensive.
Nasty.
No, but it's quite different than what we've been used to testing recently.
So performance-wise, let's look at the numbers with the details. We had to clean up a few. I'll kind of
for sure we
expose that one.
Yeah.
We cleaned up a few because one thing you found with the driver, Matt, was it was very, very fade biased.
Yeah, which is saying something considering how fade biased the LST is for me.
You've been looking for something that kind of gives that type of performance.
For sure.
But this was the extreme of that for you, wasn't it?
It was.
So you hit it down the left side quite significantly. Having read up a little bit about it, I confess before I reached out to Chris, I didn't know too much about the ST180 other than a lot of people wanted us to test it.
Right.
When I read up on it, it was interesting to hear the reports from Mizuno that they were even shocked when they tested their own driver, how fast it was and how low spin it was.
Interesting.
So I think when it comes down to the performance of the Mizuno driver, if you're out there looking to eliminate the hook,
yes.
if you're somebody who overdraws it, spins it a little bit too much, this is probably one you want to add to the wish list.
It's got to be the best driver we've tested for that.
It's probably the most, in your case as a left-handed golfer, the most anti-right,
anti-hook
driver that we've tested. I mean, it's, it would. We knew the Ping from when we tested the low spin heads. We know the Ping isn't the lowest spinning.
No.
But that would hang with M3 and
I think it would,
Callaway Sub-Zero, wouldn't it, for low spin?
Maybe not with the weights forward in those ones, but certainly in the standard configuration.
It would be darn close. I mean, looking at that launch, so 9.7 degrees of launch, 1980, so 400 RPMs less.
Yeah. That's a low flight for me. From the other drivers I've tested, that's a pretty low flight.
It sure is. Looking at the average height of it, 77 feet is too low.
Yeah, it's low.
Yeah. So, I mean, different things, obviously, with the proprietary sleeve that comes in the Mizuno driver, obviously, hand in hand loft comes with closing the face.
Yep.
So, we could be an argument of, okay, if we spent a bit more time, we could dial it in, close the face, tune the loft up a little bit, start to get you into a little bit more of an in-depth fit. That wasn't really the point of today. It was more of a head-to-head test that we were really trying to
achieve. This was fit exactly for me. I know it's perfect.
You've tested it over a significant amount of time.
And I've played a lot of rounds of golf with it, so I'm very comfortable. So even towards the end of swinging this one, I was getting more comfortable with the Mizuno.
Right.
So we can see from the stats, it was very comparable. We got the same speed out of it. And it's just a lower spin, lower launch head, which is great for some people.
Ball speed was super, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ball speed was super. I mean, it was up in the 170s a few times. It showed no Had no issues. I mean, if you're looking to flatten that flip, I'm just looking over the spin rates here. You know, 1700, 1700, 2100 was the highest you spun this one.
Yep.
Land angle was very flat. So, you know, for guys, if you're out there and you're trying to flatten your ball flight and you find yourself kind of ballooning the ball a little bit,
That's a great option.
go get this.
Absolutely.
You know, go try it. And the other thing I will mention, you know, be silly not to, is the shafts that Mizuno offer with it. It comes with a Tensei Pro White.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's a sweet
Legit.
stock option.
Absolutely. So,
Wow.
you know, in terms of the quality of the components, how often Mizuno for really thinking of adding full value in all components of their driver to really get people to try it. They've probably had to take a little bit of a hit on you know, their return on the driver, the margin, in order to get the driver to really perform. But good for them for putting performance first before you know, the dollars and cents.
I agree with that for sure.
I think that's really good, really commendable. So for me, I would have no issue adding this to the repertoire.
I was just going to say that the true test of this is, would you start using this in the shop?
Chris,
and you would.
Chris might not be getting it back.
I know. That's good. I hope he'll be happy to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear it. I mean, I think this was probably Mizuno's hope. Guys, we're not sugarcoating this in any way, shape, or form. This is what it is. You know, Matt probably took 7 or 8 shots to get his feel down with it. There was a few misses high in the head early on.
Yep.
A little bit of weighting issues towards the end. You were very
Smashing it.
consistent with it. Yeah, you were hitting some really good drives.
Just have to get used to it like anything else, I think.
Like anything else. Yeah, that's exactly. So no issues with that head whatsoever. Impressed.
Yep. So let us know if you want to see the GT 180. Is that the other one?
GT 180. We have some fun with that one.
See if we have some requests.
That thing's like a Rubik's cube. I've
seen a picture of it. It's a little bit crazy, isn't it?
You've got a bunch of different weights, but that's right in my wheelhouse. I love that.
So
we like it.
The final thing is we do like it.
Yeah, we like it. We're
pretty
definitely, you know, we're going to hang on to it. We're going to, you know, do some further testing with it with our customers and consumers here at TXG.
Yep.
But it's, you know, we tip our hat to Mizuno. They've done a great job with it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So.
Agreed.
Excellent, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little test. For those of you who are waiting for this one, I hope this is kind of you know, as in depth as you were looking to see. We thought the comparison to Matt's driver would be appropriate. Yeah. We know he hits his own driver great. We see that in the channel, that's for sure. And we wanted to compare another driver and see how it performed, and it really hung tough with it. So
absolutely,
it was great stuff. Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon.